Did you see that Donald Trump, as I have called him in the past, Grandpa Poopy Pants, did you see what he said about the No Kings protesters this weekend? Did you see what he said about it? On Air Fart One, take a listen.
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics. It looks like it was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective, and the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Those are not representative of the people of our country. They're only American citizens exercising their First Amendment right, and I don't like that. I don't like that when they hold their signs. Why is he obsessed with signs? It feels like to me that this unique obsession with protest signs is something new to me. Like, oh, they went to a print shop and had their signs made. I mean, I don't know if you know this, or if you noticed this during the Trump rallies. They would pass out pre-made signs that said like mass deportation on them, lock her up on them. I mean, this was like at every single Trump rally all across the country. And by the way, if he wants to talk about numbers, I don't remember ever there being one day that anywhere between 7 and 10 million people showed up in one day at one moment all across the country in support of Donald Trump to rally for him, only against him. That's it. So 7 to 10 million people show up to protest against him, and he says they're pathetic and weak. That's right. He says they're pathetic and weak. And of course, the leadership in the Republican Party are really trying to follow suit because they're terrified. They're terrified that 7 million people showed up. I don't know if you guys know the 3.5% rule, but the 3.5% rule says that if 3.5% of our population gets out into the streets and says no to fascism, says no to a wannabe dictator, a wannabe king, that 3.5% will win. And if you're doing the math, it's about 11 million. We're getting really close. And that's why they're getting really scared. So much so, they're pooping all over America. Well, I mean, with AI, not I mean, and in reality, they're crapping on us, aren't they? They're totally crapping on America. And here's Mike Johnson responding to Donald Trump posting a video of him dropping crap from an airplane on the American people as he literally shits on us by closing the government, taxing us at the highest rate with tariffs, and to round up our citizens and our communities with masked, jackbooted thugs. Here's Mike Johnson's response.
Speaker Johnson, you say that the Democrats had a Hate America rally, but what does it say that the President of the United States over the weekend released a video of him pooping on the American people?
The president uses social media to make a point.
The president uses social media to make a point. What, that he should crap on us? That because we use our voice, because we use our First Amendment rights. Speaking of that, go ahead and like and subscribe here. If you want to watch more of these videos, you're definitely going to want to watch more of these videos. And go to yourpocketconstitution.com. While we're talking about the First Amendment right to protest, go to yourpocketconstitution.com. You will get a chance to download for free, a digital version to carry on your cell phone, and you'll also get 10% off, an offer for 10% off an actual Constitution, but you will get the free version at yourpocketconstitution.com, yourpocketconstitution.com. So Mike Johnson says here that Donald Trump is trying to make a point when he posts a video crapping on America. I guess the point is that he can do that and no one can say anything to him, not even Mike Johnson.
You can argue he's probably the most effective person who's ever used social media for that. He is using satire to make a point. He is not calling for the murder of his political opponents. And
murder for his political opponents. I don't remember anyone posting a video. You know what? I do. I remember Donald Trump posting an AI slop image of him going to war with Chicago. Actual threatening violence, the President of the United States threatening violence on the people, citizens, the communities in Chicago. And then he sends mass Gestapo, a secret police, to institute his police state here in the United States to round up brown people off the streets of Chicago because they're brown. Yeah, but you know, it's satire. It's funny. Ha 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 ha. We're just crapping on you. We're taxing you at the highest rate ever in the history with your tyrannical tariffs in the form of taxes, which is against the Constitution of the United States. Also, rounding up people without due process. That's right, without due process. That's against our Constitution, right? But, oh, it's just satire. It's just funny. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, so funny, Mike. So funny. Mike Johnson also had something to say this morning about people showing up and using their First Amendment right to protest this wannabe king, this wannabe dictator, these fascists in our government. He also this morning said this.
And the idea that communists would be supporting this is unconscionable to us. Look,
I mean, why wouldn't communists oppose fascism? I mean, I don't like communism either, but of course communists are going to oppose fascism. I mean, if the communists are opposing what you're doing, you might be a fascist. I don't know. Maybe. You ever considered that, Mike?
When we give tours of the House chamber and we bring in constituents and we point out all the historical facts and images around the building, I always start with "In God We Trust," which of course.
Oh, in God we trust. In God we trust. Yes, Mike. Tell us when that was put in. Tell us, please, when that was put in.
Of course, is right above the rostrum of the speaker's podium. And if you look in the visitor's guide to the House chamber, it says on page 14. When was that put there? Well, it's put there in the early 60s. 1961 is our.
1961 was In God We Trust put there. Oh, I mean, you know, like during our founding in 1961.
And it says in the guide that it was put there. Congress voted to put that there as a rebuke to the Cold War era Soviets. Why? Because their philosophy. That's what it says. A rebuke to their philosophy. Their philosophy was Marxism. Marxism begins with the premise that there is no God. It is antithetical to who we are as Americans.
You don't have to believe in God to be an American. As a matter of fact, it is your constitutional right. I hate to go back to the Constitution. You can go to yourpocketconstitution.com if you want to get a free download, so that way you know what Mike Johnson is or isn't lying about. Just go to yourpocketconstitution.com. But it's in the Constitution that we, as a matter of fact, get to believe in a God or not believe in a God, whichever way we please. Matter of fact, it really feels like the non-God believers are more Christian than this self-proclaimed Christian at this point. Am I right?
The Declaration of Independence says we're created by God and he's the one that gave us our rights. It is in God whom we trust. That is the national motto. That's what America's built on. What those people are advocating for is at its essence un-American.
Oh, un-American. Well, I mean, it's probably American and probably part of the gospel to treat your neighbor as your friend, even when your neighbor is your enemy, treat them as your friend. I don't know what Bible or God he's listening to, but it doesn't sound like the one that the rest of America is listening to when they protest fascism and say no to a wannabe dictator and a wannabe king. There's about 7 million people that showed up in the official count. I'm guessing we're going to get to 8, 9, maybe even 10 million in the unofficial count of how many people showed up to tell the Republican Party that we will not tolerate them installing the king. So, like and subscribe right now. Don't miss a single video right here, the Tony Michaels Podcast, wherever you're watching on the internet. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification. You're going to want to watch because we're paying attention. You can better bet that. We'll see you here again.